The luxury yacht, the Seraph, cut through the sparkling waters of the Mediterranean, the sun glinting off its polished white deck. It was a dream vacation for most, a private, week-long voyage across the azure seas. On board were 6 passengers, all excited for adventure. Michael, the wealthy businessman who had arranged the trip, his wife, Jessica, their friends, Ben and Claudia, and a couple they had just met, Sarah and Daniel, both marine archaeologists. They were accompanied by a seasoned crew of 5, all handpicked by Michael for their expertise. Everything was going smoothly until the 3rd day, when they anchored near a remote island known for its underwater ruins. Sarah and Daniel had been eager to explore these ruins for months, excited by the rumors of ancient treasures buried deep beneath the sea. While Michael and the others enjoyed cocktails on deck, the archaeologists suited up for a dive. The dive went deeper than they expected. The seabed was littered with crumbling structures and artifacts, all encrusted with centuries of barnacles and algae. But as they moved closer to what appeared to be the remnants of an ancient temple, Sarah noticed something half buried in the sand. A strange, dark object that caught the light of her torch. She motioned to Daniel, who swam over to investigate. Together, they dug out the artifact, a small, black stone idol, no larger than a hand, with eerie carvings etched into its surface. Its design was unlike anything they had ever seen, its features twisted and grotesque, as if frozen in a permanent expression of agony. "This is it," Sarah said through her underwater radio, her voice breathless with excitement. But Daniel hesitated. Something about the idol unsettled him. The water around them felt colder, and the shadows cast by their torches seemed to move in unnatural ways. "I'm not sure about this, Sarah," he said slowly. "Maybe we should leave it." Sarah brushed off his concern, her excitement overriding her sense of caution. "It's just an artifact. We'll bring it back to the surface, examine it, and then decide what to do." They surfaced shortly after, carrying the idol with them. Back on the yacht, Sarah proudly showed it to the rest of the group. The others were fascinated, especially Michael, who loved the idea of discovering something ancient and valuable. Jessica, however, felt an immediate sense of unease as she looked at the idol's twisted features. "That thing gives me the creeps," she said, shuddering. "Maybe we should just put it back." But Sarah insisted it was a once-in-a-lifetime find. The group reluctantly agreed to let her keep it on board, placing it on display in the yacht's lounge. That night, the first strange occurrence took place. Michael woke up in a cold sweat, gasping for breath. The room felt stifling, the air heavy and thick. He looked over at Jessica, who was sound asleep, and then toward the window. Outside, the ocean was calm, the stars reflecting off the water like glittering diamonds. But something felt wrong. It was a feeling he couldn't shake, like something was watching him. Unable to sleep, he got up and made his way to the lounge, where the idol still sat on display. As he approached, the air seemed to grow colder, and the shadows in the room seemed to deepen. He stood in front of the idol, staring at it, feeling an inexplicable pull toward it. His heartbeat quickened, and a voice, low and distorted, echoed in his mind, though no one was speaking. It spoke of the sea, of ancient curses, and of something dark, trapped beneath the waves for millennia. Suddenly, he felt a hand on his shoulder. He jumped, spinning around to see Ben standing there, his face pale. "Did you hear that?" Ben asked, his voice barely above a whisper. Michael shook his head. "Hear what?" "The whispering, it's coming from that thing." Michael frowned, but before he could respond, a loud crash echoed through the yacht, jolting them both. They rushed toward the source of the noise, finding the crew quarters in disarray.